Are you ready to turn your misconceptions about Arizona retirement communities upside down? Then buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride on the next Retiring Right. I'm Joanne Bauer and I'm taking you to Canta Mia at Estrella, where I attempt to keep up with the residents.
Do you wanna go? Let's go. Red light, it's time to go, go, go. Green light, it's time to go, go, go. Let's go. Red light, it's time to go, go, go. Green light, it's time to go. Make up, let's go. Do you wanna go?
Welcome to Retiring Right. I'm Joanne Bauer, and today is all about discovering the unexpected in the Arizona desert. We are in the standout 55-plus community of Cantamia at Estrella. We're in Goodyear, Arizona, and this is less than an hour southwest of Phoenix. And friends, trust me when I tell you, this is senior living for folks who don't feel or act senior at all. Cantamia is nestled in the foothills of the scenic Sierra Estrella Mountains, and this active adult lifestyle community is designed for adventurers who want to pick up the pace, not slow down. Amenities abound to ensure each day provides new experiences best shared with your new friends.
We joined 2 Bible studies when we first came here and met a lot of people through that. We played bocce ball, we would go swimming at the pool. You meet new people at the pool all the time. The paint and wine parties, they do outside concerts, they do like ice cream socials and things like that. And every time we come, we meet somebody new and make new friends.
Friendship and leisure is kind of the theme of this place. And the nice facility like we have here, and the indoor pool and the outdoor pool and all the activities. Be as busy as you want to be, as quiet as you want to be.
I'm a tennis player. I play 3 times a week, pickleball once or twice a week. And then if I'm not playing pickleball or tennis, then I'm walking the community, which is, I try to do about 2.5 to 3 miles a day.
How would you describe the lifestyle here in Cantamia?
It is so laid back. The people are friendly. The people I play tennis with have a band here, and they play at the Village Center. So it was coming down and being with them and meeting other people, and it's just a phenomenal place. I can't see it replicated, although people have tried. It's just a place of its own.
We have progressive dinners during Christmas time, which is
Those
fun.
are so much fun.
It's a lot of fun. But yeah, the lifestyle is just do what you want to do. You've worked all your life to have this type of a retirement.
Oh, I think it's perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I like to be outdoors. I love to hike. I love to take my dogs for walks. I just love it. It's different than any place that we've seen, and so I'm so glad that we're going to call this our home.
There's a 29,000 square foot village center, multiple resort style pools, a fitness center, library, a restaurant, and a variety of clubs and classes to keep you on the go.
If you get bored here, it's your own fault.
That's true.
Like I always say, if it's got so many activities and so many things to do, that if there's not a club that you want us to get involved with, start the club. And that's what a lot of people do. They start their own clubs.
Do you think that the majority of people that live here do live that kind of active lifestyle? How would you describe that?
For the most part, I think the people who have retired here are still active and get out and enjoy. And you can tell it by the pickleball courts. I mean, 6 o'clock in the morning, they're banging away. We play tennis at 6:30 in the morning, so we got to be a little nuts. I see people out walking at that hour in the morning. I see people riding their bikes, walking their dogs. If you come here and take part in the community, you're going to have a lot of people, a lot of networking. And if you can do as little as you want or as much as you want. It's just up to the individual person.
There's just so much to do here. If you're bored, it's your own fault.
While Cantamia is part of the award-winning master-planned community of Estrella, it's tucked back against the mountains, and once inside the gate, folks here tell me they immediately fell in love. Melanie, what was it about Canta Mia that made you go, this is the community for me?
When I drove up Estrella Mountain and the tension, just, there was a release. And when I came through the front gate, I said, I'm home. That was it.
When we came through the gates, it just felt like home. It just felt like, oh, this is the place that we want to be.
So then he came here and he said, this is the place for us, driving through the front gates. It was the feel of the place. You come in through the front gates, and we say the gates of heaven close behind us as we come through the front gates.
Do you want to know what's amazing? Every single person that I have talked to said the exact same thing about coming through that front gate. What do you think it is then, once you're inside these gates, that makes you go, I'm home?
For me, it was the security, knowing that anybody coming through had to be checked. It was the drive up the mountain and looking at the gorgeous scenery, and just knowing that it was a safe environment with a lot of amenities that I knew that I would be using.
What also sets Canta Mia apart is the lush landscape and real lakeside living. And it's beautiful too. I mean, the lakes here.
Yes, which they're stocked with fish. So they have fishing tournaments, I believe it's in April. It's just catch and release, which that's fun because a lot of people bring their grandchildren and they fish off the dock or off of the lakes, which is great for the grandkids.
If Cantamia is the vibrant pulse of the active adult lifestyle, then Taylor Morrison is the heartbeat of the homes, providing beautifully designed and appointed residences that are not only ideal for the gathering of your friends and family, but truly provide that private sanctuary for you to live well. And when we come back, we'll tour one of the Taylor Morrison Canta Mia homes.
There can be a lot of moving parts when you're preparing your finances for retirement. How can you be sure you're making the right decisions to meet your long-term goals? Are all of your assets working on your behalf to maximize return? At Mutual of Omaha, our financial professionals are specifically trained to help you answer these questions. They're able to draw upon the knowledge and resources of Mutual of Omaha and its affiliates to help you meet your personalized retirement goals. With our product lineup, you'll have a variety of flexible investment options that can help you enjoy retirement on your own terms and leave a financial legacy for your loved ones. Find out how we can help at mutualofomaha.com/investments or call toll-free 800-931-9210. At Mutual of Omaha, we are mutually invested in your future.
And joining me now is Brandon Cleveland. He is with Taylor Morrison, and I gotta tell you, the residents here love these homes. What really sets a Taylor Morrison home apart?
You know, I think it's not just the home, I think it's the whole community, it's the whole product. We try and think about the amenity, we try and think about the streetscape, we try and think about the inside, the outside of the home. It's the whole package.
Let's talk a little bit about what options exist. What are kind of the price ranges, the square footage options, and then some of the things that make the interior of the home so gorgeous?
Yeah, so we have a great set of floor plans. They range from about 1,300 to 2,000 square feet. We're priced in the mid 200s, believe it or not, for everything you see out here, which is incredible. But they're all, one thing you have in common with these floor plans, 1,300 to 2,000 square feet, they're all great room concepts. Everyone wants that open living space. They want the kitchen that flows into the living space. They want the separate master space. And that's what these plans have. The indoor-outdoor attention, getting in indoor and outdoors is something that you'll see in all these plans as well.
And the Canta Mia community really creates the Canta Mia lifestyle. What does that look like?
Well, you see it first when you first go through that guarded gate entry, right? So you come through the guarded gate entry and you see just this amazing shot of the lake, the village center, all the homes, the models. It's really, the first impression is just wow when you first show up.
Taylor Morrison just launched a brand new initiative really designed to put your residents' health and peace of mind first. Help us understand, what's that all about?
That's right, I appreciate you asking. Yeah, so TM Live Well is a national initiative that we just rolled out. We've always been conscious about, healthy homes for our customers, but this really puts us on the forefront of bringing leading technologies to market in terms of cleaner air, cleaner water, less chemicals, less odors in the home, things of that nature.
And I think that really speaks to the fact that Taylor Morrison is looking to meet demand where it's at, because people are spending more time in their homes and they want to live healthier lifestyles.
That's correct. Yep.
Well, let's go ahead and take a tour, because I am dying to see how this gorgeous home is all laid out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most customers absolutely want to start in the kitchen. One thing you'll notice in a lot of our floor plans is these giant islands. I mean, this island is as large as my car. We can spatially fit 4 people here or more. It's just one of the common things, just great for entertaining, great for exchanging. Just big open kitchens is kind of a staple for Taylor Morrison. One of the things you'll notice about our floor plans, Joanna, is the use of office space. We know our customers want to have a place where they can pay bills or just work from home, and nice little pocket office example here where you can kind of do that and still be kind of attached to the house.
I love the fact that it is away from the heart of the home, but it has this really kind of grand opening, the high ceilings. It feels bigger than it is, and you have your privacy, but yet you're still connected.
One of the things that customers really love are these triple sliding doors, which really bring the outdoor space right in your living room.
And this then becomes true indoor, outdoor Arizona living.
That's right.
And then you have these amazing views.
Absolutely.
And for the Cantamia residents, the Taylor Morrison homes fit perfectly into their lifestyles.
We like the price. We like what we got for the price. We like the plans, the floor plans. It was what we wanted. We didn't want a big house. We wanted a smaller house. And we like the lot we got too, because we back up to a walking path. So people walk down the walking path and we wave at them and they wave back. So it was just a win-win situation for us.
We had a 3-bedroom house in California, but it's just Emily and I. You know, there may be a guest and some family and friends that'll come and visit, and there's just the dog. So it's adequate space. The models were beautiful. The size was adequate for us. We have a beautiful lot. As I had mentioned earlier, we're going to build a pool, and it's going to be our own, and we're just super excited about it.
When I first came here, I looked at resales, and the resale was more expensive than the new construction. And I said, okay, I can figure this one out. So I bought a new construction and had it set up just perfectly.
And so you didn't buy just one home here at Cantamia. You bought 2.
Actually, I bought 1 and didn't know I was going to buy 2, but I did meet someone and we needed bigger space. He loves it as much as I do. That's why we decided to stay in this community.
Now you guys are about to do your walkthrough. How exciting is it that you guys are about to close on your house?
Yes. Oh, we have been so excited. You know, it's finally here.
Yes.
And it's just, oh, I just can't wait. It's finally going to be ours. I'm just glad we're finally here. I feel so lucky that we actually found this, and it's exactly what we wanted. I can't believe it.
Cantamia is ideally located in Goodyear, and it provides quiet, gated living, yet it's just minutes from the center of action, where you'll find 3 major sporting venues, from NFL football to NHL hockey, and a passion here in Arizona, spring training baseball. There's even NASCAR. Plus, you're close to shopping, dining, and quality health and wellness centers. If you can dream it, you can do it at Canta Mia, where every day is like waking up on vacation. And if you ask me, that is the ideal way to retire right. I want to welcome Rochelle Hopkins with Mutual of Omaha. Rochelle, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Joanne.
Now here's the reason I'm so excited that Rochelle is with us, because she is going to explain how a home equity conversion mortgage, known as a HECM, can help you retire right. Rochelle, what exactly is, let's start with the basics, a HECM?
Oh gosh, great question. So HECMs, or home equity conversion mortgages, have been around since the late 1980s, and it's an FHA insured loan that was actually brought into effect under President Reagan.
And how do they work?
A wonderful question. So you have to first know that a HECM is really just a mortgage. There's 2 big differences. Number 1, in order to qualify, the homeowner has to be 62 years or older, whereas a traditional mortgage, they can be as young as 18. And then the second big difference is they're not required to make a monthly mortgage payment. So they can live in the home as long as they wish without the burden of a monthly mortgage payment. And again, on a regular mortgage, you have to make that monthly mortgage payment.
So help us understand how a HECM can actually be an effective tool to help us retire right.
The most popular way recently is the purchase, and this allows buyers who are 62 years and older to get into that dream retirement home with a one-time down payment of about 50% and never having a mortgage payment on that balance.
That sounds amazing. So what would a homeowner have to do to qualify for that type of a HECM?
Well, it's really easy to qualify. At least one buyer must be 62 years or older, and they have to have at least a 50% down payment, and that's going to depend on age. So with this product, the older they are, the less down payments, and then the younger they are, the greater of a down payment they're going to make.
And I heard you say earlier the word insured, and that makes me feel like the risk involved in a HECM then is contained.
Yes, so it's an FHA insured loan, as I mentioned before. What's really nice about these is they're a non-recourse loan. They can never go upside down. They can never owe more than what the value of their home is, nor can they pass debt on to their heirs or go after any other assets. So what's really great about these is at the end of the day, the home is the only thing that can stand for the debt.
So folks are able to receive monthly payments. And is that money then taxed, or is that tax-free money?
It's tax-free cash. That's what's really nice about this program as well. And remember, this is still a loan, so it's not income that they're going out to get, taxed on. It's still a loan, so it's tax-free income.
Rochelle, help us understand the peace of mind and the financial flexibility that a HECM can provide.
Well, gosh, Joanne, so imagine living in retirement and you're making a monthly mortgage payment and you're making it, and you have, up until your 80s to make it, and here you are in your 60s and you're like, gosh, I could really take that mortgage payment, and rather than make that house payment, I'd rather go travel with the grandkids. I'd rather go redo my bathroom, redo my kitchen. And so that right there gives them peace of mind to say, hey, I now don't have that monthly mortgage payment. What can I do? What are my dreams?
And I think that's one of the things that people really want to be able to focus on in retirement is how can I enhance my lifestyle? So in reality, a HECM is a lifestyle enhancer.
Yes, I think it truly makes the years golden, those golden years that are intended to be golden.
Rochelle, what kind of questions do you often get from folks really trying to understand a HECM?
Great question, Joanne. So the biggest concern, I should say, my clients, they originally thought these were for needs-based clients, for those seniors who failed to plan for retirement or they have no retirement, and that's really not the situation. So the HECMs are really best for those people who are planning in retirement and they're saying, you know what, I don't want to wait until all of my other assets are depleted and then I need to turn to this. And so what we have found through research is that the HECM is really best when they implement this in their beginning retirement stages. It really helps their other assets to stretch them out through retirement rather than waiting until possibly they deplete everything and then they turn to this as a last resort option.
So HECM can really be a valuable part of your retirement portfolio.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, my clients today, the biggest concern is, again, is my money going to last me? And so people are looking for strategies and being open-minded to say, how can my money last? Cash is king in retirement. The last thing they want to do is, to go put dollar for dollar into this home or to make a mortgage payment. They just don't have the same ability to go make the money like they used to.
Is there anything we haven't talked about regarding the HECM that you think is important and you'd like to share?
Well, I just, the biggest thing to my clients is I say, hey, if you have a mortgage that you're making a payment on, why not refinance that with a HECM type of mortgage? They can still make that monthly mortgage payment if they want to, but they don't have to. And so I ask them, if you have a mortgage payment in retirement, what if you can make that payment voluntary versus mandatory? What would that do for your lifestyle in retirement? And it's really a no-brainer at that point.
Rochelle, you have done an amazing job helping us understand a HECM, but if folks want to get more information, how can they do that?
Thanks for asking, Joanne. So in order to learn more about the HECM for Purchase, you'd go to my website, 62homehunter.com, and you can download the HECM for Purchase guide and learn all about it.
Rochelle, thank you so much. This is an amazing product, and it's an amazing opportunity to help you retire right.
Today we're going to be learning about reverse mortgages and how they can impact your retirement income. We're joined today by Mike and Shana from Mutual of Omaha, here to tell us more about reverse mortgages and whether they're a good fit for you. But first I'm going to have Shana tell us a little bit about your experience.
Well, it's good to be here today, Jackie. Thank you. I have been a lender, a mortgage banker, loan officer in Denver, Colorado for about 25 years. And I specialize in just the home equity conversion mortgage program, also called reverse mortgages, which is fully insured under FHA and HUD. So my specialty really is working with financial advisors and their clients and assisting with putting the reverse mortgage into place. But I also work with attorneys, CPAs, real estate agents, and then also just directly to homeowners as well.
And Mike, what about you?
Well, thank you again for having us. I have been in the business. I started with Mutual Omaha in 1987, so 34 years in the financial services business. About 15 years ago, we changed to a fee-based financial planning company. We have our own company, Golden Wealth Solutions, which operates under Mutual Omaha Investor Services umbrella. Our area of specialty is working with people who are preparing for retirement and people that are entering in retirement, helping them plan for the unexpected, helping them design guaranteed income streams for retirement, create tax efficiency, and most importantly, create an actual financial plan for them so they know where they're headed and where they're going.
Well, welcome to you both. Shana, can you start us off today by telling us what a reverse mortgage is?
Well, first of all, to be eligible, like I mentioned before, the homeowner has to be over the age of 62. They're also required to pay the property taxes, homeowner's insurance, and any type of homeowner association dues or maintenance dues. That's really important. The other thing that's important to understand is that after the last homeowner passes away, then the beneficiaries, a lot of times it's the kids, but the heirs of the beneficiaries need to either refinance the loan or sell the house. And I just want to make a point. There is a little bit of a misconception about that, because if a homeowner has just a regular traditional loan, it's the same rules. The loan either has to be refinanced or the home must be sold. So it's the same rules at the end. And there's so many benefits for the family with the reverse mortgage at the end, when mom and dad pass away.
That's a great point, Shana. And I would like to just throw in one concept that I think has worked in some situations, is where we had a case where the mother and father, the reverse mortgage was a great idea for them. They were strapped for income. We were able to get the reverse mortgage done through Shana. But the goal, the one sticking point was that their daughter wanted the home. She wanted to live in it. She grew up in the home. So it was very important that she inherited the home, but she was very concerned about doing the reverse mortgage, about inheriting a mortgage, a new mortgage on the home. Sure. That was incumbent. So we were able to go in and do a life insurance policy on the healthiest one of the two individuals, that life insurance policy passed that tax-free income at the last death to their daughter, who was able to take that money if she wanted to, because maybe she doesn't want to keep the house now, but she has the ability now to use that tax-free income from the life insurance to pay off that incumbent mortgage, have the mortgage free and clear, have the home to live in, and yet the parents had the income all the time during their retirement that wasn't causing them stress on their financial situation. So it was a win-win situation all around.
Wow, with all those safeguards in place, a reverse mortgage really does sound like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it is. It's important to note also with what Shana was saying, the reverse mortgage is a great tool for people who are retiring, because when you retire, you've got a couple options. Most of it is draw from your taxable retirement buckets, the 401ks, IRAs, which creates higher taxable income. And the nice thing about the reverse mortgage is the principal and interest is eliminated if they had a mortgage, so that's basically income back in their pocket. Sure. They don't have to draw from their retirement plans. And then the other viable option is the equity in the home, which they can draw from, is also not considered income to them as well. So again, they don't have to increase their tax liability, which can help in many other ways, probably too many to explain here, to keep their tax liability low.
Mike, we've talked about the power of zero on our show before. Can you give us a refresher on what the power of zero is and why it's important?
Sure, yeah. The Power of Zero is a book written by David McKnight. His goal is to try to educate people on where we're headed in the future with the possibility of higher taxes. Who knows, right? Nobody has a crystal ball, but I think people would assume with the obligations that the government has to the Social Security programs, Medicare, Medicaid programs, and so forth, and not counting what's already happened this year with the COVID-19. His goal is to try to educate people about where the taxes are going and how to reduce your tax liability, if not get to a zero tax liability. Hence the name of this book, The Power of Zero. And there's lots of viable options out there to do it, but you have to start planning early. For those people in retirement, it might be a little bit too late to accumulate that tax-free bucket of money, which is again where the reverse mortgage comes into play to help them create that cash flow increase that Shana talked about that doesn't increase their tax liability.
Well, I think everyone can get behind the idea of paying no taxes. You can sure sign me up.
You know, when you look at the different buckets out there today, most people today that are retiring, the baby boom generation, lived, the first part of the baby boom generation lived on pension income. That doesn't even exist anymore. But we've been trained to put all the money away in pre-tax 401k plans, IRAs, and so forth. So now the word deferred is kind of a bad word. All you're doing is deferring the tax liability to some point down the road, which could be in a higher tax situation. So what we want to do is we want to plan early, and we want to have different buckets, because who knows what happens. Tax rates could be higher, they could be lower. If they're higher and we got a taxable bucket to draw from, we might want to draw from the tax-free bucket first. If tax rates stay low, then hey, it might be beneficial to draw from the taxable bucket. But it's just creating options and leveraging yourself so that you can, because the one fear Shana mentioned is running out of money. That's what people have in retirement. They are concerned about not having enough money to live on retirement. Well, if you're paying 25, 35 cents of every dollar you make in retirement to taxes, that's you know, if we can eliminate that or reduce that, that's going to really help the person's longevity of their cash flow and retirement income.
You've got me ready to start accumulating some non-taxed buckets. So what else do we need to know about reverse mortgages?
You know, everybody's situation is different. A reverse mortgage isn't a fit for everybody. You know, the person has to be in the right place, right position, just like anything else, right? When we do our financial planning on our side, a product or a solution for a client may not be the same fit for everybody else. But when you look at retiring, most people don't really understand that their Social Security income could be taxable, depending upon their taxable income. Social Security uses provisional income, which includes basically all income sources. So it's hard to get away from it. And the tax brackets they use for the provisional income calculation are much different than your federal income tax brackets. So the advantage of the reverse mortgage being used as a frontline tool for retirement is being able to reduce or eliminate that principal and interest payment. A lot of people who have retired today, what have they done over the last 10 years? They've refinanced because interest rates are lower.
Right.
But when they refinanced, they didn't just refinance. They took money out and they built a wood-fired pizza oven in their backyard. They remodeled their bathroom, their kitchens. They paid off student loans for their kids. So now they've got a 30-year loan again that's extending till they're 80, 85, 90 years old. And that's a taxing burden on them in retirement. And so what they have to do to make up that difference is draw more money from their retirement plans, which is typical taxable. And that taxable income is going to possibly affect their Social Security income. It could have them pay higher Medicare taxes on their Medicare Part B premiums. All these things that they don't know. What I tell people all the time, you don't know what you don't know. Right. And it's kind of a rude surprise. I find my clients all the time, they're like, we didn't know that. I wish somebody would have told us this 10 years ago. We would have done things differently. So the reverse mortgage does have a big benefit to that.
This is a lot of great information about reverse mortgages and helping people make strides in getting to that 0% tax bracket. So what advice do you have for people who are ready to start doing their homework and learning more about reverse mortgages?
Again, it's not a fit for everybody, so you've got to get with a professional. I'm sure you can go online and look. I look at the internet and online search availability for this type of situation, financial planning, stuff like this, as a pyramid of data, information, knowledge, wisdom, right? People go on the internet and they find a lot of data and a lot of information, but they never have any knowledge and wisdom of what to do. And the important part of working with a financial professional like Shana and myself is I think we we do, have the knowledge and wisdom to help people understand the situation. But with working with a financial professional like us allows people to really know if it's a good fit for them or not, and not just getting into something that they're going to regret. And so I think that's what you have to do. And you really have to do your homework. You have to sit down and understand what it does, how it fits. It's a family discussion when it comes to the reverse mortgage, because a lot of times the home may be meaningful to the family that they want to carry on.
Shana, did you have something to add to that?
So the approach I recommend is for the homeowner to contact one of our reverse mortgage specialists. We have people all over the United States, and we all partner with a Mutual of Omaha financial advisor. So we find that the partnership is just a great approach, because then we can evaluate the needs of the family and the needs of the homeowner, and make sure that we have all the information so we can make those recommendations. And that's how Mike and I work together. So we're really making the right recommendations for the family if the reverse mortgage is a good fit. But again, we have reverse mortgage specialists all over the country. There's Mutual of Omaha financial advisors all over the country. So we find that the team approach is just a great way to evaluate everything for the family.
Sounds like great advice from our friends at Mutual of Omaha. Thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for watching The Retiring Right Show. We are here to showcase the endless resources available to help you live your own retiring right dream. To connect with us or our partners on the show, please visit retiringright.us. That's www.retiringright.us, not .com. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page at retiringright.us to get the latest episodes, special offers, and see our behind-the-scenes shenanigans.